What's everybody? It's Chase here in Film Fanatic Productions. Thank you all so much for coming to my channel today, and happy Christmas Eve to you all. I recorded a few days ago, but I wanted to give you guys another video just before Christmas holiday, so you guys have something to enjoy over this very special holiday, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. I know I will be. And today, we're continuing my ongoing series where I watch every single Disney classic film in celebration of the Walt Disney Company's 100th anniversary this year. So today, we're doing the 13th video in this ongoing series. If you guys didn't see my last video I did actually a group one with some of my friends from UNCSA. That one was on Cinderella. So if you guys haven't seen that one up, check the video card above right hand corner, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But today, we're watching the 13th video in the Disney Classic series, and that is, of course, Alice in Wonderland. Now this one, it was released in 1951, and this one is the second film they released in the 50s, and this one, it was directed by Ben Sharpenstein, Clyde Geronimi, Winfred Jackson, and Hamilton Luce, who actually did a bunch of collaborations together directorially on a bunch of films in the 50s, such as Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, and Lady and the Tramp that we'll do later on in this series. And this one actually is based off adaptation as many Disney films, especially the classic ones, are based off of. It's based off of the Alice Adventures in Wonderland and Through a Looking Glass by the famous author Lewis Carroll. So yeah, and this one was actually in development for quite a long time actually. Walt Disney wanted to put this one into production as a movie as early as before even Snow White did, but as you know, Snow White obviously came first, but this one, I'm glad I did eventually get produced because this is such a fun and interesting kind of surrealist kind of novel, and I was put into a series. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've watched Alice in Wonderland, and yeah, it's just one of the classic Disney films. It's a classic story, about as classic as Snow White or as Snow White is. And even though it didn't get as good reviews initially when it was released, and didn't do so well at the box office, it is finally reviewed as one of the best Disney classic films, and I am so excited to watch this. And yeah, this is going to be our little Christmas Eve watching movie, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be back in a few moments with my first reactions. Alright then, so I just got done watching Alice in Wonderland, and that was actually a pretty good film, in my opinion. One thing I first noticed off the bat was that just the motions of the animation, the characters seemed flowing a lot more smoothly than even his previous film. Even recently on Cinderella, which premiered the year before this, I really enjoyed that right off the bat. I really enjoy. But overall, I kind of like the surrealism of it all. Yeah, it was very surreal. A lot of sequences that almost that feature like musical numbers that kind of remind me a little bit of Fantasia, a little bit too, but kind of surrealness. And but yeah, it was kind of like, but it was really immersing the audience, and the audience was really, you could really feel that the audience was being put into the same like kind of astonishment that Alice was when she fell into Wonderland. And yeah, this is just a classic Disney film all around. But one thing I did notice though was that in fact this was kind of a watershed film, because a lot of actors and actresses that were in this film went on to go on several other films with Walt Disney. Catherine Beaumont, who is the main character who played Alice in this film, who voiced her, she was also the voice actor for Wendy in Peter Pan, the one that came out, the next film that we're going to do in this series. So that was actually a very interesting thing to learn. I did not know that. They were the exact same voice actors that play her. Also, well, we had the actor Sterling Holloway. He actually was in this film as the Cheshire Cat, but he also was, ironically, he was Mr. Stork in Dumbo. He was the Adult Flower in Bambi. He also was and he was also in the Jungle Book. He was in the Aristocrats. He was in the Winnie the Pooh. So actually, Sterling Holloway was actually in a number of these Disney films. One thing we do see a lot of these films is just people from not just in actors wise, also crew wise, people coming back to work with Walt Disney. And you know, when you find someone good who can do good work, you tend to stick with them, and that's just shown here too. Yeah, that was shown too in the cast and crew. Obviously the animation style is very much like the previous animation styles that we've seen from the Walt Disney Company too. Another thing that I did notice though was that that there's actually starting to see a little bit of reusing sort of some of the animation, like character designs and even some maybe some animation movements too. Because one thing I first noticed was that I started seeing a lot of some characters that kind of look like the Three Caballeros as well as even some of the, I think some of the Blackbirds from Dumbo actually. I did notice some of them, these characters, they were obviously Jose Caracoa wasn't in Alice in Wonderland, but it's kind of the same, like kind of parrot design work kind of was in this film too, which I thought was kind of a little tidbit, and I'm sure audiences back then must have thought that, like, oh my gosh, is this the Three Caballeros in this film? So maybe that was conscious of what the animators did, what they're trying to go for, but I'm sure audiences love that. I love this too. It's been such a long time since I've seen these films. I mean, it's probably been over 10 years since I've seen any of the films from the 1950s. So yeah, so we're on a roll, and we're watching these pinnacle films in this series in Disney too. Also, one more thing I want to mention too, that was also another score in this film was also made by Oliver Wallace, who is very well known, done a lot more films as you've seen the ones we've done so far. But yeah, that was Alice in Wonderland. It was just a fun film, a very enjoyable film. And I think the one that we're doing next time, the 14th one we're going to be doing, will be Peter Pan. So that'll be very interesting too, and very interesting too. Peter Pan, because Peter Pan is one of my favorites as well. And yeah, besides that, I hope you guys have a great Christmas. I know I will be having, like I said before in the intro. But yeah, as we're getting to the end of the year now, I mean, this might be the last Disney film I do to next year. But yeah, if it is, yeah, I'm glad we've done these. We've done just the ones we've done so far. It's been a pleasure watching these films, and yeah, I wish we would have done a little more, but you know, obviously with school and other things with life, things always don't go to plan. So I do appreciate you guys sticking with me and staying with these videos as I get them grinding out, and yeah, and it's a pleasure to be able to watch these in celebration of Disney's 100th anniversary too. And also another thing, a little side bit before I end this video. Our day I watched the film Saving Mr. Banks, and that was actually just a lovely film about basically the production of Mary Poppins, original one from '64, and watching just the two sides of that with the original writer who the original author who wrote Mary Poppins, and then one was taken by Walt Disney and getting the rights for it and making it into a film, and that was just a lovely film. I recommend you guys go see that. That's definitely a good one to watch, especially for Disney's 100th anniversary. Kind of getting to know, also it's really about the golden age, right? We're around near this time about the Walt Disney Company, so the golden age. So yeah, I definitely recommend you guys go see Save Mr. Banks. It's on Disney Plus. Yeah, it's Disney Plus. Yeah, that was a lovely film to watch. Just one thing to watch. But yeah, hope you guys watch more movies in this little winter holiday break that we all are having, hopefully. And yeah, more kind of come from Film Fanatic Productions. I'll also get you guys out on my end of the year. I'll call my end of the year score video. Some of my favorite scores I listen to throughout the year, so that'll be exciting too. As well as made a little channel review video for 2023. And yeah, I'm excited for what's coming next year too. But that's all I have for you guys today. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas Eve. Hope you guys have a great holiday. And always remember, become a film fanatic.